Hi there. 22nd place QPR heads to 20th place Stoke City on Wednesday night, and the two sides are separated by just 2 points, meaning that a QPR win could lift us out of the relegation zone on goal difference, while a win for Stoke meanwhile could reopen a 6-point cushion to the drop. I'm Hoopsa. I make videos before and after every QPR fixture, so let's chat through what to expect from QPR's visit to the Potters. Life has not been going well for Stoke City since their 4-2 loss to QPR at Loftus Road on the 28th of November. That was Rangers' first home win of the season, and at the time Stoke's second consecutive loss after a 3-0 home thrashing by Blackburn Rovers the week before. After losing to QPR, they would go on to have another 2 losses, 2-1 against Plymouth Argyle and 1-0 to Sheffield Wednesday. And with the club winless in 6 and now hanging just 2 points above the relegation zone, manager Alex Neil was shown the exit. His dismissal would initially appear to halt the rot, with 2 1-all draws on the bounce against Swansea and West Brom before new manager Steven Schumacher was officially announced. Plymouth Argyle fans were pretty annoyed to lose their manager at the time, but they do seem to have won in the long run because they've lost just once in the league since Schumacher's departure. Life initially looked pretty positive for Schumacher at his new club, building on Stoke's 2 draws without Neil, with 3 draws and 2 wins in his first 5 games in charge, meaning that since Alex Neil's sacking, Stoke City had gone 7 matches unbeaten. In fact, just 1 month ago, after their last win, a 1-0 away win at Rotherham on the 13th of January, they were 17th on 32 points, placing them 10 points clear of the relegation zone. But since then they have completely capitulated. 4 consecutive losses in the past 3 weeks to Birmingham, Sunderland, Leicester and Blackburn have seen them nosedive down the table, with that 10-point cushion above the relegation zone that they built on their 7-game unbeaten run completely decimated to now just 2 points. And they've conceded 13 goals in the process of those 4 games while scoring just 3. Now, taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture, that unbeaten run between the 12th of December and the 13th of January was a bit of an anomaly. Not only because 5 of those 7 matches were draws, but also because since the 4th of November, they've actually only won 2 of their past 17 league matches. And now, for the second time in that run of 17 games, they've lost 4 on the bounce. With the club now finding themselves back in the same position as when they sacked Neil, just 2 points above the relegation zone, I think it's fair to say that this is a team that is in the relegation scrap. The issue at Stoke, apart from the obvious of conceding too many and not scoring enough, is poor recruitment and a lack of succession planning from the owners and technical director Ricky Martin. Last summer saw a drastic overhaul of the playing squad, with 22 new players in and 26 out. That's an entirely new squad that you have to hope all hit the ground running, and clearly they haven't. The players just don't look good enough for this level, and a further 4 January additions, 2 goalkeepers and 2 midfielders mean that they haven't bolstered a defence which have completely collapsed over the last 4 games, offering them no options to change it up at the back. And there does seem to be clear signs of upheaval in the Stoke City camp, with striker Ryan May, the team's second top goal scorer with 4 goals and 3 assists, currently out of the team and training with the under-21s due to disciplinary issues. This capitulation over the last couple of months has led to calls for the owners to sell up and anger from the fans in the stands towards the players. A situation which, as a QPR fan, you would like to hope provides fertile soil for an away win on Wednesday night. In a bizarre symmetry, Rangers faced Stoke on the back of a 3-1 loss away at Blackburn, and our 4-2 win at Loftus Road against Stoke came on the back of a 3-0 loss at home to Blackburn. So I'm hoping that pattern repeats. Simply put, this is as good a chance as we're going to get to step out of the relegation zone. And for once, we're not actually going to be dependent on Huddersfield's result, partly because they have a tricky home match against Sunderland on Tuesday night, but also because a QPR win would see us move up to 20th regardless of Huddersfield's result. Not only have Stoke been letting in a ton of goals lately, but on the goal scoring front they are incredibly lacking too. In the 13 matches since our last meeting, they've only scored more than 1 goal once, and they failed to score at all on 7 different occasions. Scoring and defending are both things that QPR have improved at lately, and on the back of 4 matches unbeaten, this is QPR's chance to utilise. Saturday's 2-2 draw with Norwich presented plenty of positives, with all of our new recruits shining, but naturally I am a little bit apprehensive about a couple of things. Firstly, these are normally the sort of opportunities that QPR squanders. See Cardiff at home, Millwall away, Sheffield Wednesday away for reference. But we did capitalise on Blackburn's poor situation just 9 days ago, so maybe things will be different this time. The other thing is that while it was Alex Neil's Stoke that instigated a 3-match winning streak, it was Steven Schumacher's Plymouth Argyle that halted that run, with a 0-0 draw at Loftus Road starting a 7-game winless run. Plymouth did have Scar sent off 25 minutes in, forcing them to clog up the pitch and put every man behind the ball. And Stoke don't quite have the pace and attacking prowess that Plymouth do. But I am conscious that Schumacher did manage to nullify Rangers just 3 months ago. That said, with our new boys, this is a very different Rangers side. And there is absolutely no reason for this team not to feel confident going into this one. So on that basis, I'm going to go for a confident 2-0 win. Let me know your predictions and thoughts for this fixture in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video and you haven't already, please do hit subscribe. And I'll see you later this week for my post-match reaction. Cheers!